Could Elon's budget cuts actually benefit you in a direct way, not just in a just trust us, the cost savings will trickle down to you kind of way? Probably not. In fact, almost definitely not. But Elon Musk and Trump really want you to think that they will. Elon Musk, who was just seen at the Conservative Political Action Conference wielding a chainsaw. Responded to a tweet where someone floated the idea of a Doge dividend. It would be a tax refund check sent to every taxpayer, funded exclusively with a portion of the total savings delivered by Doge. Musk responded that he will check with the president, as if he isn't the de facto president himself.
Let's talk about these Doge dividend checks that everybody's talking about this week. And I know you tweeted out that you're gonna, does everybody want like a $5,000 check in the mail? It sounds kind of good, right? And the best part about it would be knowing where it came from. That's $5,000 that you sent them last year.
Totally. It's money that's taken away from things that are destructive to the country, and from organizations that hate you to you. That's awesome.
Does it seem? I mean, have you talked?
I mean, that's like glorious. That's like
the best.
The spoils of battle, you know.
Spoils of battle. I like that. Is there traction on that?
Yeah. So.
After the tweet exchange, Trump told the crowd at CPAC that the Doge dividend was under consideration and that we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% back to pay down debt. Meanwhile, House Speaker Johnson conceded that politically it would be great for us, adding, "That's our brand, and we have a $36 trillion federal debt. We have a giant deficit that we're contending with. I think we need to pay down the credit card, right?" However, Elon Musk functions outside of our government, so he doesn't seem too concerned or bothered by what Congress thinks of the idea. After Johnson spoke, Elon clarified, "I told the president. He's supportive of that, so it sounds like something we're going to do." In other words, Elon Musk is in charge here, not Congress, not even the president. Never mind the fact that Congress typically approves and issues these types of relief packages. It'd be like a stimulus check or a tax refund. They would be giving us, or whoever would qualify for the rebate, back the money that we've already given to the government. Our hard-earned money that the government supposedly mismanaged and misused, or that the government allegedly committed fraud that we have not seen evidence of yet, or money that the government, according to Elon Musk, owes us. It's a nice idea, but let's be real, it's not going to happen. And how much money are they talking about here? They're saying that about 20% of the $2 trillion that Elon Musk is currently looking to cut from our government should be paid out to millions of Americans in the form of tax refunds going from $5,000 to maybe $8,000. In what world? On the surface, it sounds good, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense the minute you start digging into it a little bit. If the government paid out a fifth of these Doge cost savings to the American people, wouldn't it impede the stated purpose of these cost savings in the first place? But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the government can do a lot with the remaining 80% of the money. Who knows? Let's see what the experts have to say. The Daily Beast interviewed 3 economists on whether these rebates could possibly be any more than just political fodder to rally a MAGA base. Jeffrey A. Frankel, an economics professor at Harvard, said flat out, "The whole thing is beyond absurd. It's not going to happen. You might as well ask, what is the effect if fairies come down and granted some wishes?" And it really does sound like some very sad wishful thinking or magical thinking even. James K. Galbraith, an economist at the University of Texas at Austin, pointed out that Elon Musk and his Doge team are woefully short of their trillion-dollar goal, and they have yet to prove their claim of rampant fraudulent government expenditure. Galbraith said, "Wholesale dismissals, reductions in force, and probationary firings are a slash and burn approach. They will make the federal government less efficient. Queues will get longer. Maintenance will be deferred. More mistakes will be made. It will be harder to hire new people if they don't think the jobs are secure. So in that sense, there won't be any efficiency savings." He also reminded us that the reason why Elon's slashing our government spending so aggressively is because Trump needs the money to pay for the exorbitant tax refunds he's promised to the very wealthy people in this country, people like Elon Musk. Finally, Lawrence White, an economist at NYU Stern, was a bit more open to the possibility of the rebates, but said that if by some miracle the Trump administration actually delivers checks to the American people, it still wouldn't benefit the economy overall. He said, "We have a general condition where the United States government is spending a whole lot more than it is taking in tax revenues. We already have a large national debt. Adding to it is not great at the moment." He seems to have been echoing some of Speaker Johnson's concerns when he said that. He said that a rebate of this magnitude could drive interest rates up, and he clarified that this is not 2020. Stimulus checks and rebates have different impacts on the economy depending on the state of the economy during which those checks are issued. He also noted that the discussion of rebates is a political one because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense from a policy perspective. What's sad about this to me is that Trump and Elon supporters are people who will take everything that either of those two say as gospel. Trump is the only one who, in their eyes, doesn't lie to them. Elon is the only one who, in their eyes, knows anything about what's going on in the world, whether that's politically or economically, financially, technologically, socially, whatever. So if either or both of them say that they're going to pay out thousands of dollars to millions of Americans, their supporters will believe it, and they will hang on to that belief for as long as they need to emotionally. And if the checks come, then great, good for them. But if they don't come, it'll be way more sad for them than it will be for the rest of us. The rest of us are not sitting at home waiting for or expecting to get a $5,000 check in the mail just because some guy tweeted at Elon Musk asking for a $5,000 check. Even if we do get a $5,000 check because some guy tweeted at Elon Musk, that is not how the government is supposed to work. The fickleness of a tweet dictating widespread economic policy is a very scary thought, and the authoritarian nature of an unelected South African man deciding how our government will spend its money, disregarding our elected Congress entirely to do so, is scary. And ultimately, people will make life decisions based around this $5,000 that they think they're going to get. $5,000 is either a hell of a lot of money or a negligible amount of money, depending on your current financial status. But I would say that for the majority of Americans, it's nothing to balk at. Think of Clark Griswold putting down a down payment on a swimming pool, borrowing from the Christmas bonus that he thought he was going to get, and then the Christmas bonus never came. Meanwhile, Elon Musk also said at CPAC, "I am become meme," and this is the guy that they all worship. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks.